Welcome to the Paranormal Bedtime Stories podcast. I'm author Todd Chapman, your host. Join me as we explore the mysterious world of the supernatural. From encounters with aliens to sightings of Bigfoot, we delve into it all. I've experienced the paranormal since childhood and even had a near-death experience that led me to become a contact tour guide in Sedona, Arizona. Now, I bring you first-hand accounts from those tours and from individuals who I've interviewed. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss an episode. You can find my books in paperback and for Kindle at Amazon.com or by using the link in my bio. Now, on to our story. From the first night they lived in the house, bumps or thuds, the sound of feet running in the attic, beings walking past windows, and the sounds of doors shutting, all began at 11 o'clock every night. After a long tour, I'd often get back to their house well after midnight, even as late as 3 a.m. I would drop off their truck and then drive my car home, which was a good 35-minute drive. Already tired, it was common for me to spend the night on their couch rather than driving all the way home. My boss's daughter always had friends staying over, even on weeknights. They were always up all night playing and talking in her bedroom. One night, while sleeping on the couch, I awoke to find 3 of them curled up together on the floor next to the couch. They hadn't slept yet, and the sun was on the rise. I asked, "What's going on? How come you're not in your room?" One of them said, "We can't sleep in there." "What do you mean?" "We hear noises and see things outside the window," their daughter said. "What sort of noises?" "Like people running on the roof," she replied. "It always happens at 11 o'clock. "Okay," I said, as I rolled back over and went asleep. Over the next several weeks, this same thing played out again and again. Finally, her mother changed bedrooms with her, but that didn't help. Then their daughter's birthday arrived, and they took her to Las Vegas. They asked me to house sit and keep an eye on the dog. It was business as usual at the shop, and I'd crash at their place afterwards. The dog and I got along great, and when it was time for bed, she slept close by. The first night, I heard them become active. The house was previously quiet, and then sounded as if a family returned home from vacation or something. Doors were slamming, kids were running around, etc. When I turned to see what time it was, the clock said 11 p.m. Just like clockwork, I thought to myself. She was right. There was a lot of noise, and it sounded like a bunch of people up on the roof or in the attic. While I lay there awake, I listened to them and mentally followed their activities around the house and made notes of where I heard them. The following night, I went to bed before 11 so I could send them a bit of an invitation. As I lay under the blanket, I sent them a thought that if they were okay with it, I would like to see them. "My name is Todd, and I'm watching the house and the dog," I said to them in my thoughts. "If you would rather not show yourselves to me now, maybe you could appear to me during my dreams," I added. Sometime in the early hours, I heard someone near me whisper, "His name is Todd." With this, I awoke to see 2 women in period dresses, maybe from the 1800s, standing about 4 feet from me. One of them was facing me, while the other, who I believe was the one talking, was slightly turned to the side with her back to me, as if looking at the other woman while she talked. The more I tried to focus on them, the more I awoke and the less I saw them. Within about 5 seconds, I no longer saw them. After this encounter, I never again heard them in the attic, and that was the only time I'd seen them,